Hi friends, welcome back to the Guitar Spa where we bring you all the beautiful, beautiful guitars reviewed just for you. And I'm so excited because this is the day where the refresh models from Martin right now have arrived on our shores, right? Which is in Singapore right now, and it's such an honor and privilege to be, I think, the first one to review this in Singapore, because I mean, there are a lot of people that's asking me, hey, what do you think about the refresh models? Now is the time to listen to this video and intently, and then as I break down some of the things that you can find on the internet and some of the things that you don't find on the internet, which I'm going to tell you from a guitar tech perspective and a player, and how this improvement and these changes will affect you as a musician, and how the tone and what's the differences between this against the older models before, right? But just as disclaimer, it doesn't mean that the new it's way much better than the old, or the old is way much better. It's just different, and it's all depending on what you really like. Okay, so we're gonna start off with right now the D28, right? This is the flagship D28 that just came in, and the refresh model basically this weighs 1.92, so actually it's quite lightly built. Okay, generally the D28 comes with a non-scallop braces. Okay, non-scallop braces, what that means to you before that the models, the braces are non-scallop, right? So you see that right now, cross-sectionally, they are non-scallop, 5/16 width. But the other thing is, you will notice that a lot of times the cross-sectionally this is like a triangular a little bit, and when you have non-scallop braces, basically the top is really stiff, and it accentuates it focuses a lot on the trebles, right? And you don't have that bottom end. Okay, you don't have the bottom end that is available on a D28. Okay, so that's why they came out with the HD, the herringbone, which is really heavily scalloped, the braces and the forward shift. However, the with the braces that are heavily scalloped as compared to this model right now, the top tends to swell a little bit more in our weather, especially for high humidity, 70, 80, 90%. Okay, so right now what they do is, there's a certain amount of compromise. What they do is they came out with this GE model, the GE bracing, which is they forward shift the X brace, and they reinforce the X brace a little bit more, make it more rigid, and then they scallop the braces. Okay, they scallop the braces, but generally a lot of times they normally will triangulate with this scallop, then they will triangulate it, and I mean the sides they will thin down, but this one it doesn't, right? So they just scallop a little bit, not that pronounced, so you have a little bit of that depth that I can hear it when I play on this guitar. Okay, so that's the good part of it. Okay, the other thing about this guitar is ebony bridge, ebony fretboard, but the bridge design right now is looks the same from afar, but they call it the GE Golden Era bridge, right? So you got a belly bridge that generally it's slightly thicker. Normal bridge is slightly thicker. This one is thinner, and then the mass here this part, the mass is reduced and it's curved down. It's sloped down very pronouncedly. Okay, and pronounced, and then you have a bone saddle, and right now instead of plastic pins they put bone pins, so they give you a little bit more mass because they really remove this part of the mass, right? So to increase the sustain, they compensate this by removing the plastic pins and giving you the bone pins, which I always said, when you put bone pins in, it increase the sustain, it increase the trebles, right? Because right now they scallop this, and there's the trebles may not be as clear as before, so that's why they compensate this by, it's a trade-off, right? By putting this bone pin. So that's actually a method to the madness that they do, right? People say, oh my goodness, they are right now scalping it. We're gonna lose those trebles, right? I'm a bluegrass player. I'm gonna lose the trebles. Don't worry, folks, don't worry, okay? Gypsies, okay, you have the bone pins to compensate. And also the other thing is, my observation is right now a lot of times when because I've literally hundreds of Martins that came in my hands and fixed them, and the ones that are from the golden era custom shops, generally the necks are pitched back a little bit. Okay, what that means to you is right now I can see that the necks are pitched slightly back, just a slight back, and why is because the neck angles are better, and then with that you get a higher saddle. I've already set up this, even though these are mediums, I've set it up, and generally normally in the older models this will be half of the saddle, will be half of this. And right now you have a higher saddle, and a higher saddle, what it means is it's constitute that the torque here is it's much higher, so you get a more powerful, if that's a word for guitar, a powerful sounding cannon on this guitar. Then this is the one that is coming in. Okay, the neck are low oval shape, 1/3 neck width, and another improvement is generally the nuts they just file this way straight. Okay, many times when Martin guitar comes in, I usually, when I'm setting up the guitar personally for a lot of my clients or owners, is I take my file and I just do the groove down 45 degrees, which is slightly wider than the string gauge, to allow it to just curve down, pitch down a little bit. And that a lot of times when I do that, immediately I can hear the dynamics just improve a few notches up. Clarity in terms of bell-like, especially the two treble string, is enhanced, right? Okay, so I'm just telling you this because you are the beneficiary for this new refresh models. Okay, 1/3 nut width. You got right now. They don't use their Martin open gear tuners. In fact, they are using the groovers, which are much better. Okay, behind here, one of the changes is there's a volute right now, and the volute is slightly longer, I mean deeper and longer, right? I mean before that it's just shorter, but this right now is just longer. Go beyond the middle of the butterbean tuners. Okay, back and sides same. You got the Indian rosewood, and the neck here slightly thinner and shorter, so that when you access the 12th, 14th fret as a player to this part, it's easier, right? And then this lower oval shape is very complete. It's not as chunky as before. So modern players like us, we don't play a lot, or electric guitarists transitioning to acoustics, they can't play this for one set of half an hour. It'll kill them. So right now this low oval neck, and then the two sides of the neck on the fretboard are beveled, rounded bevel, right? So it's easy on your hands, and a lovely plastic binding on this. And yeah, I've reset it up so it's supposed to play well. I hope so. But it's with medium gauge, so the recordings you'll find on these two guitars, D28, things like that, you find that it's slightly thicker, the notes are thicker, and then the bass are heavier, right? Because previously when people send it in, I normally put 12s on it, okay, because of our weather. But now you can put 13s on this if you want, but set it up lower a bit, right? Excellent sustain. So that's actually a theory, right? Like what I said, scale up the braces, you lose the trebles, the clarity of the trebles, and then they because they fit a thinner bridge. That means you also lose a bit of sustain, but then the sustain is compensated by the scallop braces, which emphasize a little bit more of the bass response, and then you remove the plastic pins and you put the bone pins in where they allow the trebles. Okay, so this is something, nobody has said this. Nobody has said this in the world. I'm telling you, this is from the Guitar Spa, Jarvis Wong, the guitar guru right now in Asia. Okay. Woo, woo, woo. I'm excited, right? Because every time I get to play new gear, sorry, my ear is a little bit itchy. Okay, somebody's talking bad about me or good about me. Yeah, it's really fun doing some of these videos. Most people ask me, hey, why do you do these videos? It's like the day I took the guitar from Hosan, and by the evening and night I sent him all the videos, and then I said it's all passion, right? It's like when you love somebody, you do a lot for them, right? It's you love guitars, it goes on it goes on and on and on, right? Okay, so let's couple this on the third fret. I mean, doing these videos, I do get hot, even though I set the temperature at 20 degrees, but the heat from the cameras. I'm doing it for you. That's my new tune that I had on in my mind the last 2 days, and I'm getting this onto a piece, right? The start, but I'm just gonna do another part, which is actually a bridge, and then coming back, and then ba da 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 ba da ba da. If you want to put a good pickup on this, I suggest spending the money and put a Era Bags Hi-Fi Duet on this case. So there's no drill, you don't drill anything under the saddle, and then that under saddle pickup don't affect the tonal acoustic tone of this guitar. Okay, I mean, I'm just telling you right now. I know it's a little bit more, about 20-30% more, but spend the money. Okay, spend the money. Okay, so that's the thing. There you go, the new refresh model D28. You can buy it directly from City Music in Singapore because they are the importer. They bring in all these guitars, and this just arrived just a few days ago, and I'm so privileged and honored to just review it. And like I said, the changes are the top. The D28 right now, it's scallop bracing, so you have a little bit more depth in there, and then with the lower mass bridge, which is they call it the golden era bridge, system right now. They compensate the trebles and things like that, that the lacking of the clarity of trebles, by putting bridge pins on this guitar, so that the bridge pins will make it clearer and more sustained, because once you remove mass, that you lose some of the sustain, but then the sustain is compensated with the bridge pins. Okay, so and then what I found, that the necks are pitched slightly, just slightly back a little bit, and then this produces a higher saddle that gives you more torque. And then that means a overall louder guitar, more dynamics. And then also the nut here, the nut, rather than make it straight right now, they pitch it down 45 degrees to give you, which I've always said that this is important, right? Because it increases the dynamics and the sustain, bell-like sustain, especially on the trebles, right? And this will help, right? And then also the neck, a low over neck, so it's easy to play, easy to play. Plus also the edges around it, so it's easy to even fret. And so when you're playing, like, so it's easy to play. So if you like this review, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like this review, please give me a thumbs up also, because I want you to give me, please press subscribe for me, please. You really will help me. Come on, help this dude, right? The Guitar Spa. They call me the guitar guru, not the guitar gundu. Okay, okay. Just having fun. It's Friday night. Okay, Friday night, and it's, what time is this? It's 8:45. I'm doing videos for you. 8:45. My wife would want me to watch Netflix and chill, right? And I'm doing this video for you guys, right? For you, and for my fans, and for our friends in CD Music. Okay, look for them, give them a call, and tell them you saw this video. And on my previous video on D18, I've done this review on this Lux Toland guitar pick. They say that this pick is exceptional control, and you have low pick noise and unlimited wear resistance. Okay, the question people ask, can this make me a better player? I mean, if you are a good player and you have a good ear, this will help you enhance and allow you to play better, and in terms of the tone that comes out from them. But if you are a hopeless player and it can't save your life, then no good pick is gonna help you become a better player. Okay, I know it's not a joke, but it's true, right? So work on your skills, spend time with people that can help you, okay, on this, and get a good guitar, because the good guitar will allow you, and get it set up nicely, will facilitate, and playing, fretting is gonna be easy. It's gonna be a breeze. Music's gonna flow out. It's gonna be easy, right? Okay, that's about all I'm gonna say. I know some people say my BS meters is coming up. No, come on, okay. Till my next review, can live with passion, play a guitar, love, joy, peace, health, and wealth to be multiplied in life. This is Jarvis. I'm signing off. D28 refresh model 2025 from CD Music. See you soon. Bye bye.